Yo, what's going on? Friday, September 3rd, Labor Day weekend, kicking off. We're going to jump into this puppy draft right away. See if we can get done. Gotta get some more entries in here before it fills up. I don't think it's going to fill up, honestly. It's really slowing down. Most people start jamming it over the weekend, over the long weekend. It's really been slowing down. So, no real news to report. Fantasy football, Twitter, and Reddit's all just trying to pump up Mike Davis for some reason. Or pick out of the 12 spot. I don't mind the 12 spot. You get to build a nice correlated roster the closer you get to the ends. I'd rather be here than in the middle. But yeah, no news to really report of. It's just, I think what we got is what we got. We just need the season to start now. We got to get rid of these terrible Mike Davis takes off of Reddit and Twitter, and get the season started. We need to see some action. We need some players to go. We need to stop talking about best ball. We need to switch to focus on DFS. I'm ready for that. I'm trying to get ready for that Thursday night slate, which is just looking to be a real barn burner. That's a nice game to start off the season. Obviously, the start of the season's always just like a couple of really good teams because it's got like the past champion in it usually. But see the Cowboys too. Dak's 100%. He's ready to rock and roll. He's got a 53 over-under in the opening night game. It's the biggest over-under of the week, minus, I see 53.5 on Cleveland, Kansas City. So we get the biggest scoring game on prime time, Thursday night kickoff. Well, the theoretical biggest over-under, basically. I'm gonna let the draft room decide what I do with these first two picks. I'm either going 2 running backs or 2 receivers. And I always say that and end up going 1-1, and the 1-1 just feels bad. But pretty standard so far. Kelsey goes 4, Henry 5. I don't mind that. I have noticed Zeke's been really slipping. If I start catching Zeke at like 9 or 10 in some of these drafts that season, I'm definitely going to grab him. That's where I'll get my Zeke exposure from. I usually avoid. If he's going to slip to 9, 10, I'm back in. Oh, Dallas Tampa open to 53. It's down to 51. Okay. Tampa's a huge favorite though. 7.5. That's crazy. That seems a bit wild for a Cowboys team. We think that everybody thinks is really good. 7.5 is a good number though. I think I'd be on the Cowboys at 7.5. I think the half makes a big difference. Okay, coming up here. If I get Ridley Hopkins or Diggs Ridley, this is the easiest draft of my life. I never get this. All right, sweet. Okay, well that was almost ideal in the 12 spot. It's really fun because it opens up for me to take Swift here in the third floor turn. I can take Swift and a receiver. I like the Swift bet. There's a chance he's just the top 12 back, and he's the top 12 back in the third, fourth round. And you got the two stud receivers. You're just looking pretty good. I don't think we should plan out that far ahead though. Let's see. I'm just browsing for any sort of news. Oh yeah, Saquon. Sounds like everything else said in the preseason about him possibly missing week 1 was just not true. I think they were just going for the old under promise over deliver. They gained nothing by saying that he was going to start week 1 for sure and had a ton to lose. So they said he wasn't going to start week 1 or it wasn't for sure. Colts want more touches for Naheem Hines. Sure. I mean, I don't think we ever thought Jonathan Taylor was going to be a 3-down back. I think if you were thinking that was a bit aggressive. Let's see what else we got. Oh, Jameson Crowder has tested positive for COVID, and it was isolated by just him, and it sounds like he's uncertain for week 1, which makes sense. That's only 9 days away now. I think he has, I don't know what the NFL rules are. It's like 10 days he needs to be isolated for now. This is a running back heavy room. It's making me really happy. I mean, the sad news is now that this third round is just going to be all yellow. Raiders did sign Peyton Barber today to the 53-man roster, which is interesting. I don't think that affects Drake and Jacobs. I think it's an insurance policy for them, but doesn't seem like a great sign. It seems like the only thing that he would possibly do is just vulture some goal line touchdowns. So that's a little concerning. I don't think it knocks either of those guys down though. This was interesting. I thought the Ravens put in a waiver claim for Royce Freeman before he was claimed by Carolina. Makes me really think they're not super sold on Gus Edwards, Tyson Williams, and Justice Hill running that backfield all season. It's either that or they're really sure of Gus Edwards and not so sure after that. It's got to hurt Tyson Williams the most, right? Because all they did was gas up Tyson Williams since the injury, and then it turns out they're trying to get another running back anyways to be their second or third guy. Yesterday, I guess I didn't do a video yesterday, but Falcons cut Quadra Allison, which kind of sucks. I just started drafting after I realized he was like the only other running back on the team. And then they signed Wayne Gallman, and then I think it's all garbage because probably just Cordell Patterson's the backup running back. Okay, something interesting's happening here. 2 quarterbacks just went in the third round. I thought Underdog was supposed to be sharp. Let's see what we got coming up to me. Man, we might go 4 wide receiver start. If these guys draft running backs, there's no way they're drafting running backs. They got 2 already. We could reach on Pitts and do an Atlanta stack with Ridley Pitts. That's a little interesting to me. I can go. Well, that was my turn. I was gonna say I could go Woods Cup, but that is over. I think we're going Cup for sure here. I'm gonna queue him up. And then the question becomes, do I want to go into the running backs? Honestly, David Montgomery sliding this late is pretty interesting to me. I have like very little Montgomery exposure because he usually goes pretty quick. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go for Montgomery. I think the Chicago offense gets a lot better this year. I think once Fields comes into the offense, it gets a lot better, which you might say is like a little negative for Montgomery, but beginning of the 4th round is not bad. Pitts was definitely in play there, though. I hate reaching on him. Because I feel like I see his draft position go anywhere from like 5 picks ahead of ADP to like 10 picks after. Just depends what the room thinks of Kyle Pitts. There he goes. Speak of the devil. So our team's sitting at Diggs, Ridley, Cup, Montgomery. I don't know if Montgomery was the right pick. I almost think just 4 straight receivers would have been nice to bang them off. The weird thing is too, if I had the same start and I was picking from the 10 spot, I would have 100% gone 3 receivers and a running back. I think trading Dave Montgomery for DJ Moore is just maybe not very sharp. We'll see what we do in the next round, because next round's probably like next round's kind of like a dead zone. It's either like receiver, tight end, quarterback, tight end. Like I'd like to get Hawk or Andrews in the next round, but we'll see if that happens. Yeah, these teams that drafted like straight running backs are now in trouble. This guy has no receivers yet. He's gonna really not like what happens. This guy's 1 receiver. He's not gonna like how his team ends up. Receivers dry up so quickly. I do like Montgomery better than Carson. I like him about the same as I like Swift, though. Ooh. Tyler goes at the 4-5 turn. I think this is going to be a quarterback heavy room, which means we'll probably be chilling. I'd like to get some more Lamar. So there's a chance Lamar just breaks fantasy again this year, like he did in his MVP season. And I think being underexposed to Lamar would just be a mistake. Javonte at 51's kind of insane. Man, a lot of good receiver value here so far. Gus Bus in the 4th too is kind of insane. I think this guy's gonna look back at his draft and really wish he had a 3rd receiver. Also, this guy with the highly experience has Kamara, then has now drafted 2 more running backs already. Okay, Lamar goes 54. So I'm probably out on quarterback then. Yeah, I'm not doing that. If Sanders falls to me, I'll do it. Other than that, I'm not going Darrell Henderson or any of these guys. Josh Jacobs, 55. Dude likes pain. Sanders might get to me, considering this guy has 3 RBs and the 2 guys before me have 2 RBs apiece. Question for me becomes like, do I not go tight end then? Henderson, I have to go Sanders here. Too good a value to pass up. But then I'm like done at running back, which is kind of nice. So we'll star him. This is a bad tier break for receiver too. We're probably better off going tight end. I think we go Andrews. Yeah, I'd rather bet on the Baltimore offense being good than the Detroit offense being good. I have 3 receivers. I thought I had 2 receivers for some reason. I will do this. Mark Andrews play. I thought I forgot I took Cup last round. I'm a lot happier now. There's some good value receivers left. Because the play there for me is either Mark Andrews or reach for LaVisca. I mean, he goes like 2 picks later. But ADP wise, it is a reach, considering I have like a bunch of teams with Visca in the 80 region of picks. He's just being picked correctly now. I don't like picking Dak at ADP either. At his ADP, it's a weird pick to me. Alright. We got 2 like I'm not gonna call them stud running backs, but I'll say they're potential stud running backs. They're 2 potential top 12 running backs and guys that are pretty much the guys on their team for at least first and second down. Miles Sanders just has to hold off Boston Scott and Kenny Gainwell. Montgomery just has to hold off Damian Williams. So he's going to lose some pass catching work to Damian Williams. That's why I draft him late usually. I'll have to actually remember not to draft Damian Williams in this team. That'll be my trick. What about quarterback here? My quarterback strategy right now is just to not pick one for a while. Jalen Hurts will be nice on this team, I think. It's not a good draft position for Jalen Hurts, though, because it's pretty unlikely to get back to 108, but I'm definitely not taking him at this turn. But we'll hold out hope yet. We'll hold out some hope. These guys are drafting, like, a little weird. Let's see here. A lot of running backs. Like, I'm actually kind of glad I grabbed my guys now, because I'd have to sit here and think about, like, usually in this spot, I'm thinking one of, like, Sermon or Edmonds or Mostert gets back to me. Mostert might still be on the board. Probably not. One of these guys is going to take Mostert. This guy right here. This guy wants Mostert on his team. He's took Mike Davis. Did you realize he had no running backs? Team's good though. Adams, Hopkins, Kittle, Jones, Lamar, and then Mike Davis, Michael Carter. Okay, that's better than Mostert, I think. I don't know. No, it's not. It's not better. Michael Carter might not play until week 8, and this guy's looking for an RB2 still. I can just unclick everything else. That's what I'm doing. I want Devonta pretty badly. Yeah, that was just never gonna happen. I was looking for somebody. Has he gone already? Oh, Will Fuller's the 75. Was that a reach? I'm picking Will Fuller at 100. Thomas. Okay. My gut instinct here was Juju Gallup. I'm gonna throw those guys in there. I could go Mike Williams, Herbert. No, I'm going receiver here. I'm just stockpiling receivers. We'll figure out quarterback later. Yeah, I like that better. Herbert Williams there was interesting though. Like someone like, yeah, it was interesting there. I pretty much only like Mike Williams on Herbert teams, and I can just make sure I get both of them. That's kind of nice. It'll open up for Palmer and Parham later. I don't mind what we did though. I'm just super worried Juju's awful. Like he's just the third guy there now. It's Claypool and Deontay Johnson season. I also think though, like Pittsburgh's just gonna air the ball out. I think Najee's a little overhyped. I mean, it seems true about Dallas too. Like, yeah, I drafted 2 wide receiver threes on their team, but what are you gonna do? Or here we're having a bit of a slide. This guy just drafted Josh Jacobs and Kenyon Drake, by the way. Just saw that. Pretty wild stuff. Okay, Rogers is winning. Which Rogers, this guy just has okay. And imagine starting your draft off this good, and then picking Mike Davis and a second quarterback on a Lamar team. Herbert make it back to the Keenan Allen team. That's upsetting, actually. 2 Chiefs players. Yeah, a rough one. So I think we're still on the Jalen Hurts plan. We can go Jalen and try to get Big Ben late. Even Big Ben without one of Deontay or Claypool seems a little rough, though. Where does Claypool get drafted these days? 56. Deontay goes 44. I don't think Deontay should be going before Claypool. Claypool has higher upside, I think. Tannehill at 95. Sheesh, even if you have age. Hey, he has Mahomes? When you go Mahomes in the third, there's no way you can pick Tannehill at 95. All right, I'm in one of those kind of rooms. And then Jonnu at 98. This guy's just getting whoever he wants. He has 2 receivers. Oh, I know he's not picking receivers. He doesn't know any of the names anymore. Hardman falls to 100. Hardman's ADP has just been like nosediving. I don't know why. He's obviously the second receiver in Kansas City, and the second receiver in the best offense. Well, third. You're behind Kelsey and Hill, but being on the field every play for the best offense in the league just seems like a plus spot. I just have so much Mecole Hardman already that it's not really affecting me. If he's there at plus 15 ADP, I'll take him. If he's not, if he's at ADP, I probably pass now, just for exposure ratings. Like, think about this: you can get the probably third pass catcher in Kansas City at the same ADP as like the fourth pass catcher in Carolina. I know you're gonna say he's a wide receiver 3, but he's behind DG. But you have to count Christian McCaffrey as a pass catcher, so he's behind more Robbie Anderson and Christian McCaffrey. The choice there seems pretty obvious. This is a really late Landry pick, I think. Okay, I'm on the clock pretty soon here. We're still just looking to jam receivers. Oh, Rondale Moore would be sick. Oh, this is the Hurts pick too. We're gonna go Rondale, get some exposure to the Cardinals, and we're gonna go Jalen. Pretty easy pick. Love Curtis Samuel too. Love Jacoby Myers too. I actually loved all three guys there. I have a ton of exposure to Curtis Samuel. I'm looking to reel back on a little bit there. And I'm actually trying to ramp up Jacoby Myers' ownership, because he was always just around Curtis Samuel. I didn't pick him. It's really nice picking New England guys now, actually, because earlier in the season, you pick New England pass catchers, and you just have no idea. You couldn't stack them. They are unstackable. Like, you had to hope. We got name started. Now you know it's Mac Jones, and his job's super safe with the Cam gone. So it's like a really nice backdoor stack. All the pass catchers you usually go after pick 100. Getting Jalen here is so nice. I'm gonna make sure to try to get Jalen Reagor probably next round. Hopefully he makes it back to me. Should. I don't love Jalen Reagor, but if Jalen Hurts is good, Rager's probably good. I already have the Miles Sanders stack, so yeah. I'm gonna have to go back to and look and see if I prefer. What's the 2v2 here? It's like Rondale Moore and Sony Michel versus DJ Moore. It's DJ Moore and Sony Michel versus Rondale Moore in Montgomery. Yeah, I think I'm almost on the other train. I kind of wish I would have had DJ Moore on this team, and I could have gone like Sony Michel here. Although I will say this is a more interesting build for me, so that's something. It's an interesting 2v2. Let me know what you think in the comments. I think I'm with DJ Moore and Sony Michel as a little bit greater than Rondale Moore and David Montgomery. Knowing I got Miles Sanders as late as I did, it looks a lot better, I guess. In hindsight, of course, that looks good. I did a bad job reading the room earlier. I should have expected like guys to start jamming receiver here and some good running back falling to the spot. Because seeing guys take quarterbacks here and a bunch of double running back teams, I should have known that like someone had to fall. Kyler and Lamar going pretty early helped with that too. All right. Jalen Reagor's still available, by the way. So that plan is looking good. It's a little early on EDP, but there's no way he bakes back to me for the next turn. We're gonna have to just pull the trigger. The other thing is like past pick like 120 ADP doesn't really matter. If you're within 10, you're fine. Okay, let's see. There's some real Devontae Parker hate going on. We're definitely going to look to grab, I think, Jamal Williams here. Never mind. Tony Pollard's also fine. So he's going to go now too. Well, probably not to the guy with a 1-4-4-1 construction. He should be just jamming receiver here. I don't know if this is true, but I heard some like really sharp people say that Devontae Parker is just like almost done in Miami. They're on Will Fuller and Jalen Waddle as being the 1-2. But you think Parker would have to be out there in 3 wide receivers sets, put Waddle in the slot? That looks like an auto pick. Pollard goes. Man, we can go Justin Fields and just be done at quarterback. Like that's super interesting to me. Go Fields, Rager here. It's on the board. Can we play the ADP game with Jalen Rager? No, he's not coming back. I like him more than these guys too now in my build. I'm taking Justin Fields. Rager. Okay. This team's so good. The upside with this team is insane. Unstack Justin Fields is absolutely fine. We'll look to grab Cole Kmet as our second tight end and be done there too. Oh, we have Montgomery too. They're like they actually don't have much synergy because the thesis of Justin Fields is that he's a running back, but it's like a team stack. If Justin Fields rushes for 100 yards and David Montgomery still gets the goal line work, then do we really care? No, not really. Still, don't love it, but this is just the draft punishing me for taking David Montgomery there. That 2v2 makes this team way different. Like, better. I also have to remember that going forward that from the 12 spot, just going 4 straight receivers felt fine, even if one of these RBs falls. I started it too, which I think that's the worst part. I think that's why I feel so bad. I started this tier running back going instead of ending it. Normally in this pick, you're ending it. The other thing is I would have 100% gone Woods Cup here if Woods would have gotten picked. So it's just some weird stuff that happened there. Everett, that's a bit early for Everett, I think. Especially early because I've been hearing Everett was like splitting first team snaps with Will Disley. That's pretty terrifying. That grabs Tua. Or Tua Kasaki, that's nice. Is this guy on auto now? I wouldn't be surprised if this guy's just on auto now, because after he did Ryan Tannehill and Jonnu super early, he probably just like, I got my team, I'm good. Jameis up to 144. Probably correct. His ADP had to change. It had to go up. I don't think unstacked Jameis is right though. He has like 0 rushing upside. What's my construction? We're at 7 receivers, right? Yeah. Cool. There are some running backs I like here to really get my RB2 spot filled up for the first few weeks. Although it doesn't really matter. I should just go for high upside running backs, I think, with Montgomery Sanders. His report he's still not practicing is insane. I've seen no update on Alexander Madison. I see literally 0 news blogs, updates, Twitter posts about Alexander Madison other than 2 days ago he wasn't practicing. I don't have to worry about it. He's gone, but kind of concerning. Gio's got a high ankle sprain. Okay, we're gonna grab Komet here. You don't have this tight end nonsense. I don't really want to reach on a running back, so let's just go another receiver. This is our 8th receiver. I love Traquan. I love Traquan. I think Traquan's in a smash spot this late in the draft. He's arguably better than Marquez Callaway. I don't think it's arguable that he's better. I think he is better than Marquez Callaway. And he is going to be like the number 1 receiver there. I want to look at this guy that has 5 receivers and 4 running backs on his team. See how he's feeling right now. He can take running back to receiver round 6. Boyd, Callaway. Oof. I'm glad he took Komet because 2 tight ends ripped off the board after that. Got like a mini Chicago stack going. Feels kind of cool. Who's the Bears' 3rd string receiver? That was Robinson and Mooney. Marquise Goodwin. Never mind. Oh, Brashard Perriman. No way, it's Perriman. There's no way Brashard Perriman comes in and is the 3rd receiver. Because Perriman can like only play outside, so Mooney would have to play the slot. Because Robinson can only play outside. Well, Robinson can play anywhere, but he's best outside, I think. All right, we're just gonna start ripping some green running backs here. God, Damian just sitting here. He's sitting in my pick. I'm gonna be so mad. I'm like the Montgomery pick's looking worse and worse. I like picking Ty Johnson more when he's going in the 18th round, but he's still fine. I'm kind of looking for upside guys, though. I don't see any upside guys. Damian Williams is going to be available. Okay, thank God. My mental wouldn't be able to handle Damian Williams still being draftable there. Kevin Coleman loses the starting job by end of the season, right? This is definitely the earliest I've taken Ty Johnson. Doesn't feel great, but this running back room is going downhill quickly. We need Quez Watkins on this team. Okay. We're just picking 2 more running backs and calling it a day. Quez on this team is so good, I almost forgot about him. I flipped a receiver there, so that feels good. There's still upside plays down here too. Like we're not too worried yet. Not too worried at all yet. We're fine. Because all we're really looking for is just upside guys now. I think the only mistake we in this draft made so far is that 2v2 of Montgomery and was it? It's Montgomery and Rondale Moore versus DJ Moore and Sony Michel. I'm on the DJ Moore Sony Michel train would have been better. But it only looks better because Miles Sanders fell so far. If Malcolm Brown gets back to me, I'm gonna go for it. There's like a chance Malcolm Brown just gets a ton of touches. Myles Gaskin isn't that good. But neither of them are good. But I also don't want to go all the way down to Salvin Ahmed. And they cut Patrick Laird. So Miami 53-man roster. Yeah, they're carrying 3 running backs: Gaskin, Brown, Ahmed. Like that's really like they're carrying 5 tight ends. I just know that. 3 of these guys are special teamers, right? I'm low on Gesicki now. Actually reading this. The Dolphins carrying only 3 running backs has to be bullish on Malcolm Brown, right? And Gaskin. Or on Brown. Gaskin's already going at a pretty high ADP. Brown has to be like decent. Or they're bullish on Salvin Ahmed. I don't know if it's Ahmed or Ahmed. I've heard it pronounced both ways. I think Ahmed might be the best pick there, actually. Or I'm thinking about this, like Malcolm Brown and Gaskin have had plenty of opportunities to prove themselves. 22-year-old Salvin Ahmed might just be the winner there. We're going Darrell Williams for sure. For the Chiefs exposure. I think Wayne Gallman. Gallman on Atlanta now. Gonna make the 53-man roster. Like it's just pretty likely Gallman wins that job from Davis eventually. Roger Allison dipping out. Not dipping out, being like, oh, I guess is more accurate. I don't think Cordero Patterson's the RB2 there. I could be dead wrong, but it seems like he wouldn't be the RB2. All right. I'm gonna start the review of my team now, and then we're gonna do some roasting because there are some teams that need to be roasted here. Hurts Fields have the two highest upsides in the draft. I think maybe Trey Lance is in there too. They both have the capability of being Lamar Jackson's MVP year. We started Montgomery Sanders too, which is like super rare for me to go this early on running back. But I do like how the build ended up. Again, that 2v2, I'm gonna stop bringing it up. This is the last time I bring it up. It's probably would have been better, but hindsight is 2020. Didn't know Sanders was gonna fall this far. We just wrap it up with three pretty dusty running backs, but high upside. Darrell Williams is an injury away from being every down back in the best offense in the league. Wade Gallman's probably already better than Mike Davis. And Ty Johnson just seems pretty good. No way Tevin Coleman holds on to that backfield all year long. Receivers are good. The first three are really good. And we got some really good shots down here. We got the Philly stack. Andrews and Komet. Nothing to worry about here. I like it. The only thing that's bugging me about is the 2v2. I would love to see DJ Moore on this team instead of Rondale Moore. Just boost up this receiver core. But not bad. So let's refresh this and we'll roast some teams quick. To 30 entries. Get some more in. I get some more in this week. We'll start with the first picks you did. Yeah, he did a big reach on Murray. Went 3 quarterback for some reason. If you go a big reach on Murray, that's not a huge reach, but still 3 quarterback when you spend that much capital on a quarterback is weird. Too many running backs when you have CMC. Like you have CMC in one of your running back spots, and you have 5 guys that need to fill out the other one. That's probably too many bullets. Marlon Mack definitely shouldn't have been picked. There was some McLaurin, Ayuk, Davis. Pretty good receivers. Not enough of them though. There's only 6 receivers on this team. He has 3 tight ends too. Okay. The old 3-6-6-3. The first 3 receivers are good, but like I'll say the first 4 are good. Then you got some bullets, and you really don't want bullets when you. Ideally, you want to fill out 4 receivers every week. There's 7 running backs on this team. You drafted Dalvin Cook Oh my god. There's 8 running backs on this team. 3, 8, 6, 1. Your third receiver is Russell Gage. This team is absolute pain. And your 1 tight end is Jonnu. This guy has 0 shot. This is paying the rake. What's crazy is his projected score is probably higher than mine because he has 3 quarterbacks. 2789. Oh yeah, way higher than mine. Okay. 3483. I think it's really weird for a highly experienced player to go for a 3483 construction. It's a good 4 running back build though, I'll say that. Well, no, it's not, because you have 2 guys on Jacksonville. What? Three tight ends, even though... No, never mind. This is awful. We're highly experienced. This guy has no experience. 2592, the golden number. I'd say like 90% of my builds are 2592, so I can always respect that start. You went CEH in the second, which I hate, and then you went Jerry McKinnon at the end. Oh, just handcuffing yourself here, bud. The receivers are okay. A lot of Chiefs players, which is not a problem. Kelsey, too. This guy wishes he had Mahomes, I bet. 2592, Russell, Bridgewater. Henry Mixon. Like, this could have been a 4 running back team pretty easily. Just let Henry and Mixon take you to the promised land. Robinson, Johnson, Thielen, Sutton, Waddle. Nice team. This is a good team. I see 6 receivers, so automatically this team is awful. Like such a good start. I remember saying this guy had a good start, but he has Lamar and Rodgers, right? Yeah. And six running backs. 7 running backs? Alright, next team. I can't look at this. 2, 4, 10, 2. Here we go. Oh yeah, if you're going hyper, the 2 Las Vegas running backs though. Why would you do this to yourself? Silver ahead of ADP too. Amari Rodgers, oh boy. Oh man, you got his 10 receivers. Like, if you're gonna go for running backs this early, you did the right thing by taking 10 receivers. Why isn't Derek Carr on your team? Surely you could have 138 Zach. Surely you could have gotten Derek Carr here instead of Zach Wilson with all these Las Vegas receivers, running backs. Two, 5, 8, 3. What do I think about the 3 first of all? Okay, if you're gonna go 3 tight ends, this is a 3 tight end build, yeah. 2, Dak, Jones, Taylor, Mostert, Pollard, Madison, Williams. I like that. I like that a lot. That's like a team I would build, 100%. Hill, Cooper, Moore. DJ Moore would go to a good looking team. This is a real good looking team. I like it. 2, 5, 8, 3. Okay. 3 tight ends again. Nah, with Hawk, you go 2 tight ends. Hawk and Ertz, be done. Take another bullet receiver. Jones, Gibbs, and Carson. Yeah, this should have been like a 4 running back build once you had Jones, Gibbs, and Carson. Even on the same buy, that doesn't matter. 2, 4, 9, 3. Okay. 2 stud 4s. We have 3 tight ends. Now you and Pitts. Go 2 tight ends. Visca is the 3rd. Yeah, one more shot at receiver. Instead of a tight end. Alright, and 4752. This is what I mean by his projections don't matter. This guy's projected to score 2 or more points to me, but it doesn't matter because he's drawing dead already. Imagine going first 2 picks running back and then drafting 5 more running backs, like banking on them getting injured. He did get Brady and Daniel Jones, so he didn't get Daniel Jones. He got Brady though, right? Well, I see 2 lineups that I've already paid the rake, so we're good to go. We're gonna wrap it up there. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think of my team. Bring it back up again. High upside. One 2v2 that I think didn't fall my way, but it's got a shot. That's all we can ask for. It's definitely gonna be unique. I'll say that this lineup will be unique. I forgot this team started with Diggs Ridley. Like that just anchors the receiver spot so good. The 3rd and 4th receiver are just guys that need to pop off for a week. Yeah, I like this team the more I look at it. Let me know what you thought. Hit like, hit subscribe, leave a comment. It all means a ton. So thanks for watching.